So I was raised in a Christian home, but I didn't truly understand the depth of the gospel until my freshman year of high school. It was my senior year of high school when God really started to grow me in my walk with the Lord, really refined me, and that was when my dad passed away unexpectedly. And from that point, experienced a lot of brokenness, a lot of struggle, and a lot of refinement during that time, but really seeing how God was sovereign throughout a difficult time. As I approached my freshman year of college, I started to struggle with self-image problems, and I never really was an insecure girl in high school or growing up, but it started to come out in different aspects of my life, not only physically with an eating disorder, but with just mentally, of not seeing myself and its true value, which is in the Lord. I really struggled with that for a couple of years, and I remember I walked in to church one day, and I was walking in late, and the pastor was talking about, finding joy in the midst of trials. And I never really understood it, even though I heard it over 1,001 times until that day. And God just really used that to break me and to show me how much I really do need Him and how much I was in sin. And from that point, I started seeking a lot of mentorship, a lot of counseling from other women, and God really used that to dig me out of my sin and my hole. So God continued to allow trials in my family's life and to pursue us with struggle, with my mom being diagnosed with breast cancer. And at that point I was really confused, like why was the Lord allowing this to happen to our family, especially with the loss of my dad. Just really second guessing his sovereignty, but yet God continued to bless our family and to protect my mom and to protect us, and just constantly was showing me, Britt, I have you in my hand, and I am sovereign, and I do love you, and I want the best for you. And so knowing that and knowing and tasting that God's goodness through hardship, I started to really, really, truly take steps in my walk with the Lord and growth. So my mom, went through a lot of surgeries and a lot of different treatments, and she was ultimately cured of her cancer. And God just continued to bless our family and to supply means for us to continue living in our home, and just really grew in a deeper, more intimate bond, not only with my family, but really with Christ in ways that I would have never been able to have a bond with Him without have gone through such things in my life. So in November of last year, I met Katie and Katie, and I had grown up with a couple of them and went to church with them, but we never really knew each other in a deeper way. We never really were friends, but God kind of kept putting us into each other's lives, and we developed friendships. And later we realized how we all have similar testimonies of loss, struggle with trusting the Lord through knowing our worth, and we decided to come up with this ministry that we call Verse14. And our goal is to draw women into a deeper love relationship with Christ through knowing their worth and their value because He made us. I truly believe that God has brought me through these different experiences to be able to speak to women and be able to impact them to know that Jesus is good through hardship and through trial, and even through lack of knowing your value. And that's why me and the girls started Verse14, and that's really what it's all about. So our theme verse for Verse14 is Psalm 139, verse 14, which says, I am fearfully, wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well.